Hello everyone and welcome to Lucky15, where I'll be giving you my each way Lucky 15 tips for tomorrow's racing, and I'm going to be focusing on the action at Sha Tin in Hong Kong. Now I just want to apologise before I go into those tips for not doing a video over the last couple of days. There just hasn't been the quality of racing that there was over the weekend in America, and there hasn't really been anywhere else. South Africa now is not racing, so we can't go over there for daily tips. So we probably have to have a bit more of a break now in between these videos for some better quality racing, and also as well where I might know a bit more about it. Obviously, if you know me, I work for Sky Sports Racing as a researcher, and we cover the Hong Kong meetings, so I have to have a fair level of knowledge when I work there. So when it comes to Hong Kong form, I'm not the worst operator you're ever going to see out there, and hopefully I can reflect that with my tips tomorrow, which will be the challenge. And we'll get straight into the thick of things for tomorrow. The first race, the first tip, is going to be in the 12:15 with a horse called Corre. Rapido. Now this horse is trained by Richard Gibson, and Victor Wong is claiming a handy £5 off the horse's back. And I thought he's a really massive price, to be honest with you. If I was pricing up this race, I thought he would have been about a 5-to-1 chance. And you can currently get 14 in places. And also as well, for our each way Lucky 15 tomorrow, shop around. There's quite a few of the main bookmakers doing extra places in the majority of the races. So yeah, definitely shop around for a good price and the extra place if you can. But yeah, Corre Rapido, he ran a really good race, I thought, last time out, finishing in 4th place over the course and distance. And if you actually go back through his form, he actually won at this time last year, where he put a sequence of wins together, and he came off a mark of 32 for those wins, and he's back down to a mark of 32. And with Victor Wong's £5 claim, he's going to be running off a Hong Kong handicap mark of 27. So you've got to think he's quite well in. He's not got the worst draw as well. He's got workable draw, stool 7. You probably wouldn't want to be too much wider than that, but I think he's well handicapped to win now. He's shown a bit of form, and at a price, he could go very well and close. And for me, at 14-1, I'm willing to take a chance there. We then go to the 145 with our next race with a horse called XL Delight. Now this on paper looks quite a weak race. Not too many horses come into this particular race with form on their side, but this horse does. He's trained by John Size, who's a good trainer to follow in Hong Kong, and the main man out there, João Moreira, the Magic Man as he's often known, is booked for the ride. Currently 6-4, is the favourite with most firms. If you actually go back through the horse's form, he's probably the most consistent in the race. He's finished in the first 4 on 4 of his last 5 starts, and he got a win in one of those races at the course in February. So he's been running really well, and he's got a good draw tomorrow for João Moreira to get a good position from stall 2. And if he can get away early, he should be well placed to go and win his race. So for me, XL Delight would probably be my banker on the card. We then go to the 2:15 with a horse called Super Red Dragon. Now this one is going to be carrying bottom weight tomorrow, and is trained by Chris Wei-Ying, and Karis Teaton is booked for the ride tomorrow. Now this horse actually finished 3rd last time when he was favourite, and it came back from quite a way back and was very eye-catching in the closing stages. That was in a weaker grade, but for this level of racing, this particular level doesn't look that strong tomorrow. There's a lot of horses in here that are badly out of form, haven't been shown much. Also as well, questions whether they'll be able to handle the dirt at Sha Tin, because a lot of them, from looking through them, have been running at Happy Valley. So that's the thing to note there. And with Karis Teaton booked to the board, I thought this horse could go quite well. He's got a good draw as well towards the inside. He is still a maiden from 9 starts, but he's quite one of the least exposed runners in the field, and he's still only 4, and he still might have a bit more to show and improve. So I think 11-2 with some firms, I think that's a good price there to go very close. And Super Red Dragon, I think, has a really good chance. Probably my biggest fancy tomorrow for an outsider would be this horse, who I can't believe it's not half the price, to be honest with you. Comes in the 2:45, and it's a horse called Highland Fortune. Now this horse is trained by Francis Liu, and Vincent Ho is booked for the ride tomorrow. Now this horse finished 4th in a good race last time out. The horses that beat him had been running very well and maintaining their form throughout the winter in Hong Kong. And this horse, if you actually go back through some of its form as a 2-year-old, he was trained by Fozzie Stack, and he was running in Group 1 races. He ran against Corre. He also as well finished second in a listed race at Tipperary, so he showed a good level of form as a juvenile, and I think going to Hong Kong isn't a bad move for him. Now, like I said, it was his first run over there last time out on the dirt, finishing in 4th place, and he, if you can go back and watch the race replay, you can watch it on the At The Races website. He's absolutely flying home, and he probably just needed the run that day. And with not a bad draw again tomorrow, he's not drawn too wide, I think he's got a massive chance, and he could be a bit of a class angle coming in here if he can rekindle his juvenile form, even though that was a little while ago now. But for me, Highland Fortune, he's a good each way price. You can get 11 to 1 with him in places at the current time of recording. And if I was pricing this up as a bookmaker, he would be my 2nd or 3rd favourite for the race. So yeah, Highland Fortune, I really think he's got a good chance tomorrow, and he's going to be the final leg in our each way Lucky 15. So if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button below for more of these videos. You can also follow me on Twitter as well using my handle at Lucky15. You can also check out my website as well if you want to see my methodologies around betting. You can read the blog that I wrote last year at www.chrisloaderracing.co.uk. That's all I've got to say, so please gamble responsibly, and we'll be seeing you soon.